What is going on, fantastic people and esteemed witnesses of the courtroom of Mount Silver battles? This is the Croc here to bring you a Pokemon Stadium 2 underused Wi-Fi battle versus Crobat for the win, the very man who made this emulator possible on NetPlay. Now, like I said, this being an underused battle, I'm going to get to the teams here in just a moment, just a quick rundown as we go into the team preview looking at this man's team. Threats are going to be the Granbull, obviously, with the rest Heal Bell kind of thing with Rest Talk. Weezing is going to be the Wall along with Gliscor, and then you've got Special Sweepers, or Pseudo Special Sweeper with Magmar and Kadabra, and of course he has Primate for Physical Sweeping. I have two of the most scary Physical Sweepers on my team, two Walls, a Mixed Attacker, and such. I'm going to be leading with Dahlia Hawthorne as we go into Silver Cave, as he's going to be leading with this Kadabra. Now, a couple of my moves in this match may surprise you. I'm just going to base it on the situation and let you know what's going on. So, Vileplume leading Alakazam, there's no way I'm going to be taking any kind of Psychics. I've got to find something that both wants to be Thunder Wave and or take a Psychic, because one of those two things are going to happen, and Gumshoe is the only witness of this courtroom I can find to take that. So, that being said, he's going to be switching into Kyle, knowing that Slowking is probably the most defensive thing next to my Pseudo-Widow, so he's going to be wanting to deal as much damage to it with Return as possible. And I figure I'm just going to get some free damage off on the switch, hoping he won't switch into anything, just go for the neutral Surf. And coming in with my Physical Wall, Nick, also known as Phoenix Wright, going to be taking with that Rock Hard defense for his clients, is going to be taking that Return so very nicely, except critical hit. Now, I know for the fact that I want to keep Pseudo-Widow around a very long time, so I'm going to go straight away for the Stab Rock Slide. Neutral damage on Gliscor is all... I said Gliscor. Gligar. I'm sitting here looking at the name and confusing it. Neutral damage on Gligar is always nice. I figure it's probably going to either be Screech Shenanigans, because that is a common thing. It also could have been Thief with Rest. That could have been a thing too, but the leftovers revealed there's no way that could have been the set. So I'm going to go into Sister Bikini, my Piloswine. Piloswine kind of checks this thing kind of hard. It's not too afraid of whatever it wants to do. I know it's going to be forcing it out with the Blizzard. And he's going to surprise me going back into Kyle. I guess he knows, I guess he figured I wouldn't go for that, maybe, that I'd set up the wrong thing here. Now, at 143, I'm going to predict the Gligar switch again, and I'm going to go straight away for the Blizzard once again. If I have to take a high-level hit from this thing, that's fine. Actually, I do that backwards. I go for the Earthquake as opposed to the Blizzard because I didn't want to risk another miss and take a very high roll of damage from a Stab Return from a Granbull. That is nothing that you want to be taking Return from in Gen 2. Now, he knows the Blizzard's coming this time, and I guess he's just going to let Kyle take the damage, but I am going to be missing that Frigid Ice Storm, and going forward again, I'm going to bring him down to 22 as I take this massive return from this Granbull. Now, I make a very bad misclick on this play. I could end it right here. My thought process was to go for the Rock Slide, but I switched my LNR buttons prior to the match, and he's going to be getting off that rest with that Sleep Talk and Heal Bell shenanigan. That is very unfortunate. I'm sure Rock Slide would have done both neutral damage to the opposing Gligar, and it would have taken out Kyle, and that would have been a huge problem out of the way. So, he's going to be getting the Heal Bell on the very first turn of his Sleep Talk as I switch back into Phoenix Wright, because I know I can take anything from this thing. Now knowing his set, it is the set for Granbull 95% of the time, but I thought maybe Crobat would be bringing something a little different. So, I'm going to set up a curse predicting his switch maybe into Gligar or something else. I know neutral Rock Slide is going to be the way to go versus this Gligar, and if he wants to go for Screech, I'll just continue to go for curses. Psych, I'm just going to go for that Stab Rock Slide. It's going to be a solid 3-hit KO, even factoring leftovers recovery residual on each turn. Now, he knows very well he's not going to knock me out right off the bat, so he's going to have to go for another Screech, allowing me to go for a +1 Rock Slide, and I will be able to switch out accordingly to whatever I need to take this Rock Slide or to take the Earthquake, and in this case, the call has got to be none other than Doug Swallow the Dodrio. This is probably the scariest thing on my team that you guys are going to see. Doug Swallow coming in. Now, I was going to go for Double Edge here, but I was like, okay, no reason to waste HP right now. I'm just going to go for Drill Peck. He's going to surprise me with a counter, take me down to 131 here. Now, he knows if I have Double Edge, I will go for it to ensure the KO because there might be a minimum damage roll on Drill Peck, and I don't want to be wasting any type of moves with this intensive a match. As he goes into this Weezing, just going to go for the double edge. I'm going to go down to 96. He probably wanted me to take that residual damage. Now, at this particular point in the match, I'm not going to be revealing the Dojiro set. I'm just going to be switching out here into Gumshoe once again to take a Sludge Bomb, which it takes it quite nicely. Now, if he wants to switch into Kadabra, he'll come in on the predicted Psychic, so I figure Surf or Thunder Wave is the best way to go. Thunder Wave would probably be pointless. The Kadabra probably has a Miracle Berry, so I actually predict him to do opposite, go straight away for the Boom, bring in my Physical Wall in case he wanted to Boom or to switch. Kadabra would have been a bit of an issue switching in on Phoenix right here. I would have had to get out, but that works out famously. Instead of going for a predicted special attack that he could have possibly had, which can actually do enough damage for what Weezing actually is, just decides to make the safe blow up and do quite a bit of good damage. So, this Magmar actually has hidden power. Going to go for the Rock Slide. It's going to bring it down to 73. I know from that range I cannot take another hidden power, and for some reason I don't switch into Dojiro here. I feel like Dojiro would have been perfect. I could have brought it in, gone for the double edge, but my thought process is, okay, he knows Dojiro is a big threat. It's really powerful on the physical side. Mine's actually holding the Polka Dot Bow, which boosts 12.5 in second generation normal type moves. So, going to be switching out into Slowking to take whatever this guy wants to do. I find out at this point it is not the hidden power that I thought it was. That means that I'll be able to take this Magmar down quite easily. Now, he goes for the Fire Blast, predicting my switch yet again to Dojiro, thinking that his hidden power is something I can take really, really well. So, that's going to be swapping out. He actually thought at that point I finished him off with a Surf, but I'm going to get a Thunder Wave as this Grand Bull comes in, this massive, massive physical threat. I'm so afraid of this thing. It can do so much freaking damage to the rest of my team. So, I'm just going to decide at this point, he's actually going to go straight away for the Heal Bell because Grand Bull is slow as it is, and he doesn't want to get any slower because he's just too powerful. Even with the Rest Talk, he is pretty easy to wear down over time. So I'm going to go straight away for the Blizzard here and sack Sister Bikini as the first KO of this game. I feel like that was a really good play because I just wanted residual damage enough that I could easily take this guy out or at least scare him out with Doug. Going to go for the Endure knowing very well he's going to go straight away for the return as opposed because he does not want to be taking double edge. He thought that's probably what I do, but I'm going to surprise him with a Polka Dot boosted flail at 1 HP. That's 200 base power plus stab plus 12.5 for the Polka Dot bow, and there goes that threat. So now I've got this massive 200 base power Dojiro in the wings, and he has got to start figuring out something to take this guy down at this level. Now he's going to bring in Hulk, the Primate. Probably could have gone for the flail. To be completely honest, I forgot at this particular point whether this is a speed type, but this is my win condition basically. This is the strongest physical thing I have on my team other than my Grand Bull, which I cannot switch into. A lot of this match, I don't have a lot of safe switches into things, so I've really got to formulate a winning strategy based on that. So, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to be switching out into my Dahlia Hawthorne. He's going to be switching out of Primate. He was bluffing the Choice Scarf Law and to go into this Gligar. Now, I know Sludge Bomb will not take Gligar out from this range. He could possibly be carrying the Stab Wing Attack, which Vileplume can take for days with max dynamic values, 15 in each stat. I'm going to go for the Stab Wing Attack, going to take it very well. Set up a Leech Seed as this thing wants to pull some shenanigans. If he wants to rest, that's fine. If he doesn't, if he wants to switch out, that's fine too. I really don't care either way. I'm not scared of this thing in any way, but I am very scared of this Kadabra. He brings it in at a perfect time. Go for the Stun Spore, trying to get the Miracle Berry off of him so that Slowking could paralyze him and deal with him efficiently. Not going to risk minimum and maximum damage roll from a Psychic. Just going to switch out into my Slowking since I still have it. Gumshoe going to hold this team together as he does, as he hard walls this Kadabra, unless this Kadabra has some form of Elemental Punch, preferably, in his case, the Thunder Punch. So, now, he knows I If he thought I would have swapped, he would have gone for the Thunder Wave, but he's actually going to go to the Gliscor, predicting my Thunder Wave. Like I said, it wouldn't matter because 9 out of 10 times that Kadabra had a Miracle Berry, and I had 2 chances to try to reveal that Miracle Berry and to get rid of it, and I lost both chances. So Earthquake going to be taking me down to 154. I am going to break through Paralysis. That misprediction there really cost him, losing his physical wall there. And it's a really, really early 5-3 score, but guys, just stay with me here. It's about to crank up in volume. Okay, I'm going to need to explain exactly why I'm doing what I'm about to do. I'm actually going to go for the Surf as opposed to the Psychic, and the reason is simply this. Actually, I'm going to go for the Rest first, and then as far as attacking moves, I'm actually going to go for the Surf as far as the Psychic in this situation. However, since I'm asleep on the job, I'm going to have to burn these sleep turns somehow, and he knows Primeape is not going to be doing too much to me over the time. He's actually going to go for another Hidden Power as I get a switch into Dahlia, and that is probably going to force this Primeape out because it really can't deal a lot of strong damage to this Vileplume as he switches out into Kadabra. Yet again, trying to play the minimum damage roll, or max damage roll in his case on Psychic for the KO. Before that Leftovers recovery, I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb, which is going to be a very hard neutral stabbed hit on this switch in to Kadabra. Now, Slowking yet again still hard walling this Kadabra, not really afraid of anything at this point. Now, I've got to look at the situation here. Kadabra still cleans half of my team, so this match is a lot closer than it looks on paper, because of the fact Kadabra can come in here, revenge every single thing I have left after this Slowking goes down, and that could be a very big problem. So now, Primeape is in here. I know I can take Hidden Power. It's probably Hidden Power Bug. I can take it pretty decently for a little bit. I need to burn these sleep turns because I need to get rid of both this Magmar and deal as much as I can to the rest of his team while this Slowking is still kicking and alive. Unfortunately, I did not bring K Faraday into this match, Gumshoe's partner, so I'm just going to go for a Surf and finish this Magmar off. That Thunder Punch just did not do enough. I do see, kind of surprising, that Kadabra doesn't have the Elemental Punches. Now, he's going to be switching into Hulk, and this is where I need to explain to you guys why I'm doing what I'm doing. He's only got Kadabra left. Kadabra can sit here and hard wall me, except I also have Surf. So the reason I'm not going to go for the Psychic as opposed to the Surf, I don't want his Kadabra getting free switches. I want it to force the recover. So, if here he's going to go for the Hidden Power, I can take one more easily without dying. And I know that for a fact. So I'm going to go for another Surf. He's going to go for another Hidden Power. I feel like Gumshoe is perfect to sack at this point because I still have that Dodrio. Now at this point, all I'm really scared of is that Kadabra. I know Dodrio can clean up at the end of the game, and there's really no reason to end it right here, because I know Primeape and Kadabra combination actually is the maximum revenge killing to my entire team. Now, situation here with Granbull. Granbull comes in. He's going to have to attempt to finish off this guy. I can take one cross-shot bar crit with Granbull at full HP. So that is my plan. I know Phoenix Wright has put up the best defense he could in this trial. He's going to have to go down, as Damon Gant gonna come in, get that Berserk Gene. That's a +2 right off the bat. That is a scary thing. He does not even have to wait. He is ready to pounce and tear some crap up. Gonna take a cross chop, gonna take it, like I said, at full HP. Gonna get the return through the confusion, and that is definitely gonna be taking this Primeape down. So now it is all up to this Kadabra. This Kadabra is gonna come in here, and it is going to show this Granbull who's boss going with a Psychic. Now, I didn't want, at that point, I wanted to deal the residual damage to the switch in so that I'd weaken this thing for later, because I'm like, at this point, okay, I cannot Leech Seed this thing, I can't do anything, it's going to kill me with a Psychic. But as you're going to see here, this Psychic is going to go through, it's going to bring me down to 40, so that one turn of leftovers definitely mattered between the minimum and maximum damage. And now, because I thought I was going to lose Vileplume right there, I am going to have to be dealing with this Psychic, and it is going to be taking me down. So now I'm going to be left with Dodrio, and I'm like, okay, I've got a Polka Dot Bow, Boosted Flail in the bag. Game, whoa! So I don't know if that was a speed tie that I needed to match. yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. That was me versus Crobat for the win in a Pokemon Stadium 2 underused game. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This would have been my first upload to this channel. If you guys want to check out my channel, the link will be in the description. I pretty much do Pokemon Stadium 2, 2nd Generation, and a lot of other various games with my wonderful girl doing all the artwork. So it was a pleasure to upload to Mount Silver Battles and a Pokemon Stadium 2 match on Mount Silver. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you around. Peace.